Hi, I'm Ricky. Today I'm going to talk to you about buying an e-bike or an electric bike. And a lot of people are very interested in these today because there's much less pedaling to do, if any at all, if that's what you decide to do with it, because of its electric motor and battery. So things to consider before you make that purchase, large or small. Uh, E-bikes come in various sizes and colors, and their capabilities are different. And one thing to consider is, what if you buy this bike, you get it home, and you don't like it? What can you do with it? So that's what I'm going to try to help you decide on today. And maybe when you do buy one, you'll be happy with it. When you start looking for an e-bike, a couple places to look for one. One would be in your local bike shop where you live. And there you'll have a salesperson that will explain things to you, and it'll be all set up for you, and they probably will deliver it for you too. They may be limited in the sizes, colors, and types of bikes that they have in their store. So then that might give you another option, is to buy it online. Now, if you decide to buy your bicycle online, you want to make sure that you get free shipping. And if you get the bike and you don't like it, or something's wrong with it, and you can return it, and you don't want to have to pay a return shipping charge, because that can be very expensive. These bikes come in a large box, and to send it back to wherever you bought it from, you have to get the bike back in the box, and that can be tricky sometimes. Two things that make this bike an e-bike are, number one, it has electric motor, and number two, it has a battery that powers that electric motor. So the size of the motor and the battery will determine how far you can go and how fast you can go on this bike. So considerations for this battery would be, some of them come concealed and you don't even see the battery. Others come with the battery mounted on the outside of the frame and it's exposed. I prefer the concealed battery myself. These e-bikes come two ways as far as style. They come with a called step over. It has a bar you have to cross your leg over to get on the bike, or it has a step through and there's no bar there. Now, in the past, with traditional bicycles, they were always referred to as with a step over, that was a boy's bike, and a step through was a girl's bike. E-bikes come with and without fenders, with or without luggage racks, with or without lights, and with or without turn signals. That's pretty advanced, thinking about a bicycle with turn signals on it. But you need to consider how important these features are to you. Each feature is going to cost a little bit more money. Most e-bikes come with three modes of movement. The first would be power assist, which means you have power to help you pedal, and you don't have to pedal constantly, but you do have to pedal occasionally to keep it going. And then there is no assist, and with that, you have to pedal all the time, just like you did on your traditional bike. Then there is total power, and you don't pedal at all. It's got a throttle, a push button throttle you push on, and that makes the bike go. Now keep in mind, these bikes with their battery, the more power you use, the less distance you're going to get out of it. And generally, these bikes will go 40 to 60 miles depending on the size of the battery. And these batteries are either 36 volts or 48 volts. And also, depending on the size of the battery, will determine how fast the bike will go. Some of them will go up to 20 miles an hour. Others will go up to 30 miles an hour and faster. So these are considerations also about your thinking again about where you're going to buy your bike. If you have options locally where you live and there's a bike shop there, that might be a good possibility. The selection is not going to be as good and the price may not be as good either. But your customer service should be really good. Now, if you want a better selection with color, size, and all of that, then online is your option. And if you decide to buy this online, consider you want free shipping. Most of them have free shipping. Now, what I've determined was the least expensive bikes, and I've seen them for $300. But then when I look at the shipping cost, it could be as much as $200 to ship it. And so I didn't care for that. Generally, $600 up to $2,000 or $3,000 is the going price for these bikes. And with that, usually you get free shipping. And make sure also it says somewhere there in the print, free returns, just in case you need to send it back. So these are things to consider because you never know why you're going to send it back. Generally, these e-bikes can be financed, whether it's in a local store or online. And your finance options vary from, say, 60 days to 2 years, maybe even longer. Now, keep in mind, if you finance it longer, there's going to be finance charges involved, so you're going to end up paying more for the bike than it originally cost. So it's just a matter of, if you don't have cash readily available to pay for this, then financing may be your option. And you may have to pay a little more for the bike in doing that. Another thing to consider before you buy your new e-bike is, what am I going to do with my old bike, the one I've been riding all this time? And maybe it's still good and you hate to just donate it, but that's an option. You can advertise it for sale at various places and maybe you'll have good luck and somebody will buy it, because those kinds of bikes still are in demand. So something to consider about that. When you buy online, you are looking at a picture, and the picture may or may not give a total view of what the bike is actually like or what it actually is equipped with. So when the bike comes and you put it together and your bike doesn't look like the picture that you were looking at online, then you're going to have to either have the company send you parts, I'm guessing, that you can put on the bike to make it look like the one you were looking at, or send it back for a refund. Hopefully, this information that I've given you will be helpful in pursuing your e-bike, and hopefully you'll get the one you like and be happy with it and have many hours of pleasure out on the road. So thank you very much for viewing my video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you.